Greetings, welcome to this video in which I explain how to format your paper in the style of APA 7th edition. In order to get the best benefit from this video, keep pausing the video as you implement the things in your document because you might not remember everything at a go. Also, please note that your lecturers may not necessarily agree with this kind of formatting. So this formatting that we are doing in this class may not necessarily apply to your other classes. You need to confirm with your lecturers what kind of formatting they want for your assignment. Now, before you is a fresh document that I have opened. Microsoft Word already has default settings which do not necessarily conform to APA 7th edition. So we need to change those default settings. In order to change the settings, you need to understand the tabs which are up here, and the menu for each tab down here is called the ribbon. So make sure that you are in the Home tab, and then what you will do is change the spacing to double line because that's what APA requires. So you go to the paragraph menu here, and then you change this spacing. You have to change it to 0 points after. And then here you change to double, and then you click OK. Now we are ready to start typing the cover page. What you do is that you begin by hitting the Enter button 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then your titles must be centered. So you go up here to the paragraph menu, and you see the default position is align left. You need to change it to center. So now our cursor is in the middle of the page. For this assignment, we are using Times New Roman, so we need to change the font. So we go up here to the font menu, change this to Times New Roman, and change the font here to 12. And then the titles must be in bold. So we need to click B there, and now we are ready to start. We're going to use the article of Mamdani for this exercise. So I'll type the title. All right, now I'm done. And then I'm going to hit enter once and enter again, so that now we start typing your name and your student number and everything. Remember, we are still in the bold menu, so you have to remove the bold from up here. And then now you type the name of the student. So let's imagine Mamdani is a student at Daystar. So you'll put your name, and then you put your number, your student number, and then you hit enter. Now you're going to put the name, the department of the lecturer to whom you're submitting the assignment, which is the Department of Language and Performing Arts, because that's my department. And then you'll put comma, and then now space, then now you add the university. And then you hit enter once again. The next thing you need to type is the course itself. So you put the code. Make sure you put the stream, colon, space, then you type the name of the class or the name of the unit. And then you hit enter once again. Let me just scroll down a bit. Then you put the name of the lecturer. Once you're done, you hit once, and then you put the date on when you submit. You will be submitting the assignment. We note we are using the American date system. So you start with the month. So I'll put today's date, July 28, 2024. So now we are done. You can see the kind of title page I want is really very simple. I don't want too many flowers. if we just make the page smaller, you can see it's really very simple. It's not supposed to have the logo or anything else. Like I said, maybe some lecturers prefer the flamboyant style. That's up to them. So you need to confirm with them. But this is how the APA style is supposed to be. All right. So now we are ready to go to the next page. So we'll hit enter here. And then what we do, we go to the tabs up here and choose the layout one. And then we choose break and put page. So now our cursor has come to the next page direct. And we go back to the home tab because we need to repeat the title, and it needs to be in bold. So we have to put bold there and repeat the title again. All right, you click enter. We are not adding the name. So now we are ready to start typing. So we need to go back to align left. If you see my cursor up here, all right, but we need to change the paragraphs. So we go back to the menu item here, and you see up here where there's special, you put first line, and it must be 1.27 centimeters or 0.5 inches. Please note that that measure is important. It has to be that size. So you say, okay, and now we are ready to start. I'll start typing so that you can see how it looks. Oops, sorry. So why has that mistake happened is because I forgot to change the bold. So I have to click bold here so that it's not bold anymore. So we can continue now. So I want to type until the end, until then we fall in the next line. Please note that when you're typing a full stop at the end of the sentence, you type the full stop and then you put the space after the full stop. So what I wanted to show you is that when you put the tab, the paragraph will automatically go back to the left. So now I'm going to just paste the words so that you can see what it looks like. I'm just going to paste the rest of the paragraph there. And there we have it. Now that I've finished the first paragraph, you'll notice that when I hit the enter key, I come now back to the beginning of the paragraph, which is indented. So that's why it's important to change the settings so that this indentation is done for you automatically. Please try not to use the tab key. Change it at the paragraph, because what happens is when you use the tab key, sometimes you forget where to put the tab key, as opposed to when you have changed it at the paragraph level and it's done for you automatically. So maybe I'll just type the first few letters of the second sentence so that you can see. And then now I'm going to paste the rest of the paragraph. Okay. So now we are done. Let's imagine that we have done, we've typed everything, and now we want to do the reference list. So after I'll hit the enter key, and then now start a new page where I'll type the references. So we go back to the layout tab here, then click on break, make a page break, and now we are on another page. But remember, we are in the settings of the previous paragraph, so you need to change that. You'll go back to the home tab, and then we'll choose paragraph. And then this should not be first line, but none. and say okay. And then we now need to go to the center over here because we are typing the title references. So we'll put that. And then because it's a title, we need to put it in bold. So now we can type the title references. References. All right, you hit the enter button. Now we are done. We need to go back to the paragraph settings. But remember, paragraphs for the references are in hanging paragraphs, not indented. So first we go back to the left. We align left here. And then we'll change here to, when we go to special here, we now do hanging. But it must be the same measurement, either 1.527 centimeters or 0.5 inches. Then we say, okay. Now we are ready to start. So now we'll put, again, I forgot to remove bold. So I need to go back up there, remove it. And now we are ready to start. So APA, we start with the surname, the last name for everybody in alphabetical order. So Mamdani, M, full stop, space, and then you put the year. So if we want to check the details, we can come to the paper, which is this one. So you can see this is the title of the paper. This is the name of the author. And then this is the sort of like the publication in which it is in, and this is the date. So if we go back, this will be 2011, and then we'll put the title, The Importance of Research in a University. Now, can you see that the title for the references is different from the title for the paper? If you look at our title page, if we go up, R and U are in capital letters, but for titles, it's different. It's not in capital letters. And then we'll put the name of the series, which is MISR working paper number 3. And then we leave it that way. And then we can also highlight that and put it in italics. Okay, let's add another reference. We'll use a book this time so that you can see how it looks. So the reference list is supposed to be in alphabetical style, in alphabetical order of the surnames. So because my book is by someone called Koenig, we are going to, and K comes before M, that paragraph or that citation has to come before Mamdani. So if I'll just hit enter, come back up here, and then write the name of the book. So that's the first name, the last name, this is the first initial and the second initial. And then the title of the book, then the year is 2005, bracket, full stop, space, and then I write the title. And then if your title is in 2 parts, the first one ends with a colon and then space, and then you put the second part of the title. Full stop, space, and then we put the publisher. All right, for the sake of showing us how to do a newspaper item, let's try an article in the newspaper. So if we go to this article, remember in the video on APA style, you have to start with first knowing who the author is. So the authors are here. So it will be Simiyu M and Atieno W. And then you look for the title, which is this, the title of the article. And then this is the date. Because this is a newspaper that's published every day, we need the date, the whole date. So please do not put the day of the week. You just put March 19, 2024. Then, because this is a newspaper, then the newspaper will be Nation Africa. And then you put this, this is the URL that you will use. So let's start. So it will be Mercy Simiyu and Winnie Atieno. S comes after M, so we'll have to put it the last one. Simiyu, M, and with the ampersand, that's what you put. Atieno, comma, W full stop, like that. Then you put the APA style, you start with the year, 24, comma, space, March 19. Comma immediately after, don't put a space between 9 and the last bracket. Then you put full stop, space. Then now we are going to put the title of the article. Then because the title is in 2 parts, remember you put a colon there, space, and then you start the next part of the title. So once you finish the title, put a full stop, space, then you put the name of the newspaper, full stop, space, and then now you put the URL. Now, what you want, if you want the URL to become a hyperlink, which turns to blue, all you need to do is to press the space key at the end of the link, and then you get the URL. Now remember, because Nation is the publication, the major publication, this needs to be in italics like that. So now that's our paper. So please keep it simple. Don't put too many, don't put any decorations, borders, and logos. The point is that it needs to be easy to read. So the less busyness you have on the paper, the better. And I forgot to make this, it should be in italics because it's the title of a book. Yeah, so basically the paper should be easy to read. You should make as few mistakes as possible so that the people who are reading it are not focusing on how many mistakes there are instead of just interacting with your ideas. So thank you.